to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny Ray.
And Amber Lowe.
Yes! Woo! I love how the woo is like a new added extension of the intro.
I don't even know when it began, but I feel like it's been there forever and it hasn't.
Well, it hasn't.
It hasn't and it has.
I feel you. We are back with
We're
another
back
episode.
with another episode. Back on audio.
Yes.
For the audio lovers.
Audio on time, visuals on time, everything on time.
We hope you enjoyed the visual welcome back episode.
Party.
You know, some didn't understand the messaging.
What do you mean?
In a little message. I get a message from Holly and she's like, just wanted to let you know that after 2 minutes the episode goes silent. I was like, wait, what? She was like, yeah. I was like, on Spotify. I was like, oh, like wait, what episode? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah. She's like, on Spotify. And I was like, she was like, oh shit, I just read the thingy. I was like, you didn't even listen to it then? Like, she's like, yeah, no, I had it on in the background. I was like, because it literally says in the message, like, it's not going to come out.
Oh, bless. Well, yeah.
I found that funny. I thought there might be a couple of those.
I mean, it's very us to put out a message and people not to get it, right?
Yeah.
But we're back on all streaming platforms, services, and YouTube. All of that thing. So let's get straight into it. Like, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just so cold.
Oh
I'm just so cold. I hate it.
It's freezing. So last night, I was so cold. Like, you know, when you're like rubbing your feet together, like, can we start a fire?
Yeah.
And then I was wearing my it's Udi, right?
Udi, yeah.
I was wearing my Udi, which, if you don't know Udi, it's basically like a live-in blanket.
Yeah,
so
it's like a wearable blanket.
Yeah, it's like you have like a poncho style blanket, and then they also do
dressing gowns,
normal dressing gowns and things, and probably onesie. They have all kinds of stuff. It's amazing. So I actually slept in it. Usually, if I wear that under the covers, I'll start sweating, and I'm like, whoa, get this off.
Yeah.
Do you know when I took it off at like 4 a.m. or something? Because I was like, I just want to actually regulate my body temperature so I don't wake up and I'm like super cold. That should have been the sign that it was going to snow.
Because you feel that cold.
Because it was that cold. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I need someone to lay up next to me to warm me up because, it was crisp.
It's freezing. I've got like a fake Udi at my man's house, which I wear. Because my real Udi dressing gown's at home. Which I'm like, maybe I should swap it because I'm never home. But anyways, yeah. And I wear like his tracksuits, t-shirt, Udi in the bed because, you know, men are fucking weird and they like sleep with the window open, and I'm like, but then again it gets to like 4 or 5 and I'm like, oh god, it is quite warm, but it's just cold. Mate, my hands, feet and nose are consistently freezing.
Yeah, I was thought to myself, maybe it's a year I buy gloves.
Think to myself, sorry,
maybe it's a year I buy gloves.
Yeah. Oh, today, because I was running kind of late-ish for work, and where I got for Leicester Square, there was like a line bike, so I just line biked it up. My hands,
brave.
My gosh, they were like, you know, when they go peppery, they were so sore, and I was like, I need gloves that are like the hiking gloves, right? Like waterproof on the outside and inside is thermal and warm. Like, I don't want cutie gloves. I want, or do you know what? Ugg gloves.
Okay.
And I want the mittens. I love the mittens.
Okay. The only thing about the mittens is that because we're so chronically online and on our phone, you have to take your hand out every time.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I don't know if I want like leather gloves.
See, my thing with leather gloves, I don't feel like it keeps your hands
See, that was the
warm.
question I was going to ask because I've never had leather gloves. So I want to ask the community. But are there leather gloves that maybe are like furry inside?
Yes, so you can get thermal lined leather gloves.
Right.
So I think that would be your best bet. Like, some of them aren't like obviously leather on the inside. They do have that, but like, you can, if you're holding a cold drink, it like go through the leather. Does that make sense? Right.
Because I just feel there's something so sexy about like
a leather glove.
Getting somewhere and like you just pull off your leather glove. It's like, I mean business. You know what I mean? You know, I was on like a fashion 100%. Glove.
I would definitely. I think the leather gloves I've always been stolen from my mum. I've always been from Marks and Sparks.
Ooh.
So they always do a good leather.
Okay.
So maybe check there out.
I'll check it out.
I'm trying to think where else. Or like a Gap. If Gap doesn't exist anymore.
Gap does exist and they're doing really, really well.
Are they? they?
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't they recently do a collab or something with someone?
Yeah, Cult Gaia.
Yes, that was it.
It was
we
US
spoke about
only.
That. Yeah,
it was US only, unfortunately, but they are like things are happening.
Let them come back. Like Gap used to be that girl.
I believe so. Sorry, we're like
maybe I can get my winter coat from Gap.
Maybe. So we're kind of digging into like fashion topics during the intro, which I absolutely love. But Gap was used as an example of kind of high street brands that have creative director. Because typically the creative director role is mainly for luxury brands, and when it comes to like high street, you don't really have creative director. You just have maybe like a head of design or head of fashion, and nobody that's actually driving the like creative vision. Can you Google this? My internet is Zach Posen the creative director of Gap?
I will tell you.
Thank you. It's like teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
I think Gap have a creative director.
Zach Posen.
Yeah, I think Uniqlo also recently appointed a creative director as well. So it'll be interesting to see, because I guess when you're a creative director, you have a creative vision that is long term.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't always see the direct impact of today. But it seems, especially with their collaboration with Cult Gaia, that maybe they're trying to do the H&M model.
And it works.
It does.
That H&M model works. They sell out every single collection.
It does.
I mean, I'm not too sure the Paco Rabanne one did sell out, but that was a gorgeous collection.
Yeah.
And if I had the monies, I would have been a little shining disco star in that Paco Rabanne dress.
So H&M celebrated 10 years, I think, of like their luxury collaborations. And obviously something like, when you read something, you're like, oh, that's so interesting. But also it's so obvious. Yeah. But the reason why they started doing it was to make luxury accessible.
Yeah.
Because obviously luxury is luxury. It's luxurious, it's expensive. But it was a nice way to kind of bridge the gap between people that want to get in but don't want to pay the full price. So you kind of bridge that gap. I'm like, come on, girl.
And it's different as well. I feel like it makes the like products or like the designs and the clothes a bit more like fun. Not fun, but like ready to wear. Whereas a lot of luxury items, it's like, where am I wearing that? Like, what is like, why is this one thing £3,000? And like, where am I wearing it to? Kind of thing. Whereas this is like, I could wear this daily, and it's like, wow, I just wear luxury daily. Like, that's just what I do. Wow, how exciting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Gap, sorry. Because when you said it's Gap around, I was like, no. And they also, it's trending, but I mean, it's out of season now, but they had tank tops, like just Gap.
The Gap tank
that just said like GAP.
Yeah.
And it's reminiscent of like the hoodies, the Gap. So that was for summer. So maybe the hoodies might make a little comeback.
Because I will never forget, I got a pink Gap hoodie, the fleece one, for Christmas. I think I was like 4.
Oh.
And I remember my mum woke me up my neighbours were upstairs at ours, and they like woke me up at like 12 or like 1 or something to open my presents. They wanted to know what I got.
That's so you actually had a lot of Gap. I have a visual picture in my head of you
I was
in
a Gap
hoodie.
baby.
A Gap baby.
Like I was like, all my puffer coats when I was in nursery and like primary school were always Gap.
And they're amazing quality.
Such good quality, and they've last so long as well. I was a Gap and a Clark's babe. Like shout out Mumsy, because like, we were really trying to keep the pennies together, but she came through with the Gap. And I think because obviously Gap was so much more bigger in America. Obviously it's an American brand. Her friend used to be a hostess. Air hostess. I was like, flight attendant, air hostess, and she was always back and forth from America, so she would bring all the stuff because it would be so much cheaper, like jeans and stuff. All my mum's summer bits used to be from Gap, like linen trousers and everything. It's such good quality.
And with where the currency was then, you actually got a deal.
You got a deal.
Whereas now, oh my God, so when I was just in America, it's like, you can tell we're in a recession because before I spend, I'm like, first of all, I want to check if I can get it cheaper in the UK.
Right.
And secondly, I need to do the price conversion if this is actually worth my time.
Yeah.
The cosmetics are cheaper in the UK. As in at price point. I'm not talking about conversion.
Oh.
I was shocked because naturally you go and you're like, oh, surely I'm saving.
Cheap. Yeah, no.
No, I'll Google it. What was I looking for? Oh, I had a mare. Like I needed what do you call it? Powder.
Yeah.
Like loose powder.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whatever. I was in the shopping centre, so I was just gonna buy one. I was like, huh? The Charlotte Tilbury one, I think it was like $50-something. I was like, huh! And when you convert it, the GBP is more expensive than the GBP here. And that's obviously because of all like the tariffs and stuff. Because if the product is not made in the US, for them to get it there, it's costing them more.
So, sorry, all the beauty influencers, American beauty, like the ones that are buying. Wow.
Yeah.
You got money?
Yeah. Especially if these brands are under like the L'Oreal, the Estee Lauder, there's European.
Yeah, they're Fucked.
Right today now. I was telling a story. I was like, no shame in my game. I was like, I'm just gonna check if it's cheaper.
If it's cheaper at home, mate.
Because I'm not doing that.
Crikey, man!
You have to be so like penny wise.
Yeah, God,
crazy.
So yeah, I'm cold, but get your leather gloves. Check out Marx's. Check out Gap. It's just like those kind of like mummy stores. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They're going to be the warm ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just really cold. But how are you?
I'm all right, man.
Are you happy to be in Paris?
When she saw me, she literally shoved her phone in my face, taking a video. Yes, I am happy to be in Paris.
You look so
You love my
Parisian.
look du jour?
J'adore. Bisous, bisous, je t'aime.
All of that good stuff. Yeah, man, I'm all right. I'm just doing me, PR style. I am looking for a bit of like excitement in life. I feel like I'm just back. I'm in a routine. It's very like boring.
So what do I do?
You know
but the Christmas festivities will start soon.
Ooh, yeah.
Go to the pub, have a mulled wine.
Yeah, the calendar is picking up. I think this is like my last quiet week.
Yeah, same.
Like quiet
My
midweek.
next week is like busy. Like I've got like dinner. Well, actually, it starts this week.
Yeah, mine starts
from
on Sunday.
Thursday.
Oh, it's on Thursday.
I'm extending my PR network.
We love to see.
And I'm going for dinner with another PR girly in the industry. And we follow each other on socials. And, you know, we obviously have that common ground of both working in PR, being POCs, I hate saying that, being black girlies in the industry, and there's not many of us. And we were supposed to do a dinner like last year, but it was like around the same time.
Yeah.
But our calendars were just both so busy. We was like, we'll circle back, and it's been on my mind. But you know, life gets in the way. And then I was like, shit. I was like, babes, you've actually been on my mind. Like, let's put that in. I can't believe it's been a year. So we did. So we're going to have dinner.
Good.
So that's what I'm doing on
How
Thursday.
How you feeling?
I'm excited, but I'm a bit nervous. But like it's like a date, isn't it? It's like, what if she hates me? What if I hate her? But what if we like get on really well?
Yeah. And even if you don't get on really well, it's still good to like maintain relationships.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And
because
stuff.
sorry, what
is this called? Do you need some agua minerale?
No, I'm good. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my throat. One second, let me do one big cough and I'll be fine.
One big cough and I'll be fine.
Yeah. So, and also, I think as well, like a few months ago, we was going to a pitch with work. There was like, oh, this person reached out to me, so I suggested this person. Oh, this person suggested me to take on this client. And I was like, God, how do you just know so many people to suggest clients to you and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, no, I do have friends in the industry that later on in life, if we're still in the industry, if they have a client they can't take on, they'd be like, oh, but I know Amber and vice versa. So I was like, well, I need to actually start building that relationship now. So that's what I'm doing. I think it'll be very good for me.
Good.
And then what am I doing on Friday? I'm having like a little date evening with Drea. We're going to get some food and try this dessert place because we're both respectfully big back girls and we just love the same food. So yeah, and then it just goes on and on and on.
It just goes on and on.
What are you doing on Sunday?
Oh, I'm just going out. Just night out, wild night out. Don't actually really want to say GDPR and that, but
that's fine.
Yeah, night out with the girls. Nice. You can get a bit loose, look a bit sexy.
I haven't gotten loose and look sexy. I haven't been.
I think this is like my final, because I tend to maybe go out like once every 2 months.
Yeah,
or like you know. So with you. And I'm excited. I feel like the energy, you know, when you get like a feeling, sorry, Do you want water?
It's not going to stop. Sorry. It's not going to stop the cough because I'm drinking that. Like,
okay.
It's not going to stop. I'm just going to cough.
Let's cough somewhere else. You know when you get in your, like, somewhere in your little, your chakras that you're like, this is going to be a funny night.
Oh, like, yeah, you feel like when you're excited,
like,
buzzing
I'm
for
so
it.
excited to see like the guest list and the dramas that will unfold, and just like good dramas, not like anything bad, just like fun little things that we can all like talk about and laugh about the next day. So looking forward to that, and then the next week goes into. Do you want to take a break?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry about that. Honestly, I'm so excited. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're just coughing it out.
And then the next week starts going into like Christmas festives and just like busyness and catch ups and all the last minute bits that happen before the end of the year. Which is quite nice. And I'm trying to keep myself busy, keep myself active. As being a girl about town, I've been working out, I've been eating right. We're currently drinking a diet pink gin and tonic.
I got my running shoes.
Yeah, she got what brand are they?
They're New Balance.
Okay,
I'll show you them. I've actually got a picture of them. They're so bouncy.
See. Show me later.
Okay, I'll show you later. They're so bouncy.
Don't you just love it?
I just tried them around the house.
Spring in your step.
I was running around, my house is kind of like a U.
Yeah.
I was like,
round the U.
So I'm really excited to get out there and like be springing off the ground.
No, running is so exhilarating.
Oh God, they've got
honestly, it's like you can have so many things on your mind, and it's like you just go out for a run. And I prefer running in colder temperatures. I haven't run in like super like this crisp. Yeah, it's a bit too crisp for me.
I have in early Jan.
Okay, no, I've not done. Yeah. But I like it. It's like there's a wind in your face and you're listening to a song and it's like boom, 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 gotta get it. So yeah, I haven't actually run in a while, but I really want to. My first days have been really busy, but I want to get back into my run club sketch.
Oh yeah.
Like I really just want to get.
Because Thursdays are like a Friday.
Especially for girls like us, creatives, everything is on a Thursday. And it's so like difficult.
I think now I've got my running trainers.
You're going to go to Monday. On the off Monday.
Yeah.
I might join you.
And I'm thinking to go.
On the off Monday.
Yeah, on the off Monday.
The next one you go, we'll do that. Because I think I need to find one that's on a different day. Maybe like my Wednesdays now are kind of maybe a bit free.
My Wednesdays are free.
There's a run club that's on one of the off days and it's in the city, so it's a bit closer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going
Let's have a look. Do you have to pay for them?
No. So the one that I go to on a Thursday, because it's at a stadium,
you pay
to enter the stadium, but you don't pay. I would like to think that they're not monetizing community, but I guess everyone's got to eat, right?
As well.
It's like, so I don't know. But if you know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
You can now comment on Spotify, so let us know.
Yes.
Do you pay for run clubs?
And like which one club
is a good one?
Yeah, which one club are you at? And you know me, I need all the gear to have an idea. So I'm excited.
See, I was like that as well, and I feel like I spent so long being like, I need to prep before I go. Like I need to be physically fit.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I
it's like
feel
I need my gear. And when I went, it's like half the people that can run well have no gear. Like they have good trainers.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like they don't have like the vest. Some people do the vest.
Yeah.
Some people just put their shit down and they just
want
run.
The vest.
Do you know what I find sexy? Sorry, this is so random, but like men that you can tell they're runners, but they just have no equipment.
Right.
So they're holding their phone in their hand, but it's like, where's your arm strap? Where's your arm?
I have one of those. Got a belt as well.
I have that. The first time I showed up to Run Club, my friend Zayda was she was like laughing at my little wristband. I was like,
I don't think they're in anymore. They used to be really
I mean,
with
they're like,
iPods.
I think they're so old school, but it's like, wow, look around.
Yeah.
My hands are free.
Yeah, I can.
I'm agile. I don't have the grip of the.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, running is.
I think I'm quite excited. Obviously, I've been getting gentle pressure from my boyfriend to like run with him, and I'm not quite ready yet because I'm embarrassed about my running, but I do want to do it, and I feel like, and I think it'd be good for me to do a community sport a week.
Yeah.
Like he does all his football like twice a week, and it's like so nice. Like he's dedicated. Like nothing's gonna come. Oh, they pay for their footballs.
Yeah, there's a pay.
It's like
to go,
17 quid a game
per person.
Ooh. Yeah.
So that's a cheeky,
and twice
cheeky couple
a week.
bevs.
Yeah, and then they bevy it up after. I'm like, that's dedication to the cause, mate.
But like you said, it's nice, a community activity, and you kind of need those touch points that aren't just about, oh, let's get lashed. It's like still it's like a balance, right? Like meet up, have a good time, build community,
I've
make
still
friends.
never done a reformer Pilates class.
Do you want to go?
I do want to go.
There's one near here that's really good.
Is it?
It's called I don't know if it's called Block.
Yes, like I know Block.
Yeah. I actually like that. I want to go on a bit of a tour to other places to see, because some of the Pilates, and Pilates girls let me know, but I just feel like, do you want to actually make this like a workout? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Especially when you're paying so much, it's like, I don't feel stretched.
Right.
And this is an intermediate class. So what are we doing?
Are you doing it properly?
Don't do that to
me. Just...
Because I've been to classes where I'm like, whoa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At like beginner, intermediate. But then maybe their definition of...
It's different.
Yeah. So it's finding your judge and finding your vibe. And sometimes it's also varies from instructor to instructor. Like you can have a really good one and one that's like on weird vibes. I remember I went to... I went to a class and the guy was like, yeah, so like, what do you guys want to do today?
What?
Hello! Hello.
If I wanted to do that, I would have stayed at home and done my own little stretching.
This is not. I'm not doing this to help you pass your course. Like coming here for free to help you.
Yeah,
It's paid. So can we get to the shit? Yeah. So sorry, just a bit of a moan.
I wanna also start being like a Saturday morning wellness girly.
Okay.
Like, you know, you wake up on Saturday and you go to a little class and then you go and eat like a fuck off croissant.
Perfect.
And like a hot chocolate.
It's a perfect way to start the day, and it makes you realise that you can get so much done on the weekend if you actually get out of bed on time.
Yeah.
Do it. I love this era.
I'm getting another wellness
I love
thing
this
in
era,
me
because I think at the beginning of the year, earlier in the year, you were very like anti. Not anti, but anti.
I'm quite blasé about it.
You were a bit anti.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a journey. But yeah, the girls are doing good.
Yeah.
The girls are great.
We're great, guys. We're just out here, like, fucking
rocking
and rolling.
All right, there's lots of fashions.
I've got some, like, top line, like, announcents.
Okay.
And then maybe, do you have some of those?
I have some top line announcements as well.
Do you want to go?
No, you go.
Okay, I'll go.
Top line announcer.
So...
Sorry, just before you start... This is a perfect time for us to actually get into the episode. 20 minutes in, nice intro.
Oh, that's so good.
When I've watched back the whole of the last episode, and I was like, God, the buzzball. I was like, yeah.
Oh, the buzzball was buzzing.
It was like, what were we yapping about? Like, about Egyptian, the mummies and communism.
I was listening to it today.
And it was great. Don't get me wrong.
Great conversation.
I do love a bit of Prinny and Amber.
How did we get there?
Let's stick to the script.
No, I was listening to it. I don't even know why I was listening to it today, but I just had like the YouTube video on and I was just like, what? Like, huh? Like, what the fuck?
I love it, but...
Like, what are people taking from this right now? Like that, like, okay, I guess everyone learned about pyramids, but like...
And also, it was... What I loved was like, we were trying to be like, semi-serious, like coming with facts, but also just getting it wrong. And it's like, is this been fact-checked? No. I don't know if what I'm saying is actually true, but good luck to all parties involved.
It was all the like optimistic,
like, God, I forgot that part.
Babe, I got your back. Like everything's gonna be fine.
Like live, laugh, laugh.
Yeah. It was giving big live, laugh, laugh. Oh my God, sorry, that video came up on my man's feed on TikTok. Yeah. And I heard it and I was like, turn it off. I was like, swipe. He's like, no, swipe. And he literally was like, it's giving big live, laugh, love energy. And I was like, this isn't for you. And you need to know the context behind it. Like, I'm not just saying this. And he was like, do you know what I love though? I really respect and love the way Prinny worded that question to you of like, do you think that's the secret saying? Because what she's trying to say is like, bitch, you think you're the only one that knows it. But it's like, but she was like, she worded it in such a lovely way that it wasn't rude, but we knew that it was kind of,
yeah, so the shade was there.
The shade was so there. I wanted to say something about
and
that.
It was so funny that you were like, what, everyone knows it? Oh, fuck.
I was like, shit. I really thought, because I was so excited about coming with them bars. It's like,
I love you.
I was
There's
so
only one
excited.
you.
Apparently it's in Kung Fu Panda. Didn't even know. I was like, great, so it's in a movie too. Whatever.
Everywhere. Ooh, okay, top line announcement.
Top line announcement. So, Fear of God Essentials have announced a multi-year partnership with the National Basketball Association and Women's National Basketball Association. So there'll be apparel collections for the Chicago Sky, the Los Angeles Sparks, and the New York Liberty. So this launches on the Fear of God website on the 20th of November and NBA on the 27th of November. So they'll be kitting them out. And I think it makes sense. It's like bridging that gap again between like sports and fashion. And I feel like, I guess Fear of God is like a decent brand to do that. You
like
know, they're athleisure-esque vibes, comfy, cozy. And it's very like, I think it suits basketball as a sport.
Yeah.
I can't really see it. I'm trying to think of other sports that it might work for, but I think basketball is probably the best.
I think because basketball is so big as well. It's like anything you do with the NBA, you just immediately get eyes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. God, the NBA. Now I'm watching the NBA.
Yeah.
You know, not out of my own will.
What, late night? You're not up that late?
I'm not, but I hear
it. Squeak, 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 squeak.
And early in the morning.
It's late. Yeah.
Rewatching the games. What is this rewatching of games? Just look at the score. Why do you need to watch the game?
Because it's like it's like when we watch a show and then we watch all the clips on TikTok again. We've seen it, but it's like posts, and then you watch all the people have an opinion on the thing that you've watched. And go math, you know.
But it's huge. It's so huge, and I don't think we all know that sports in America is such a big deal, but I don't think, as Brits, we realise like the scale of it and how invested,
way bigger than football,
the fans are in the sport, in the team,
in the individual, in the players,
So for fashion, like I'm gonna be wearing my Essentials jumper. You know,
they go hard for that. And just to add, I know that Lululemon are trying to push more like men's,
right?
And I think they're doing a lot of campaigns with male basketball players and stuff to kind of, because obviously they have that pool.
I wonder if SKIMS is still, but was that national football? That was NFL, or was it NBA? I
don't remember. That was the men's.
I think it was NBA.
I feel like it was NBA.
That was anyway.
I feel like it was NBA and WNBA. I feel like.
As well. Do you want to do?
Speaking of SKIMS,
one and one.
To me, to you. So speaking of SKIMS, it's actually out now. SKIMS have collaborated with Dolce & Gabbana on a what do they call it? Like a co-designed collection. Oh, it's nice. There's a lot of leopard print. It's majority. I would say like 70 to 80% of the collection is leopard print, and then you have some like just neutral whites and very sheer lacy pieces. It's gorgeous. Pricing, there was something in the article that said pricing ranges from like $49 up to maybe like
you can get a tank top for £78 in Selfridges.
Yeah, but so I didn't see the $48 that they reference. I only saw the tank top starting from 70 odd.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really nice. I'm happy for Kim. I don't really have much of an opinion. You know, I'm very like indifferent when it comes to the Kardashians.
Yeah.
I think this would have really ate just after the whole beef between her and Kourtney, because she's in the ad that they've done, which is fantastic, did an amazing job. It's very like Italian, old time Italian.
Argument was about.
No, I know so it's starring Kourtney. She's starring in the ad. Oh. So I kind of get the reference of like, we've had this beef between Dolce and you stole my this, you stole my that, but now we're working together and I'm putting you in the spotlight. I just feel like that kind of cultural viral significance may be lost on a lot of people because it's so far removed. A little bit.
Because you
give me the update because I don't actually watch the show.
So this SKIMS and Dolce & Gabbana collab has been in the talks for ages and ages, but there's loads of back and forth. There was like funding, and then is this the right time to do it for them?
Oh, so has this come up on the show, the whole discussion, or?
Yeah, because so it comes up after, because it's like, you're mad at me, but Dolce came to me because they wanted to work with me. Like, I didn't reach out to them and say, you work with me. So that's where that kind of argument came from.
But she has done,
as well.
That might have been for previous stuff because I believe she designed a collection with Dolce & Gabbana. So this is
for the runway.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
So basically it was like, okay, I work with you and then you'll work with me kind of thing.
Okay,
so like
fine.
timings and stuff was like all kind of off. But I mean, I've just had a quick flick through and I kind of really love it.
I was looking for it today and I was like, how do I justify a sweet treat?
Yes. No. Literally.
I'm like, how do I because I've been giving myself a lot of sweet treats lately, and it's
but
like,
I kind of need this sweet treat.
The tank top.
Yeah, the £78 one with like baggy jeans
it's
and like a long line duster coat, a cap. Put on your little sambas.
Hello, I'm just going to get a matcha.
Those tiny Bottega bags.
Hello, please. You know, it's kind of like, okay, I need to sleep on it. I need to sleep on it. I need to wake up tomorrow. Look, and if my size is still there,
it's 78 quid. If you save, wait,
I need to stop spending money yesterday.
£37 this month and £37 next month. You've got the top.
Yeah, when you put it like that. But the problem I have, it's not really a problem, but I just feel like the price range is such a jump scare because it's like I start and I'm like 70 and then it's like 349. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, because their bralette is 98 quid, but a tank top is 78.
It's like, whoa, like how did we get here? But absolutely love that for her.
Look at that silky robe.
But you can tell we're just in a cost of living crisis because it's just nowhere near sold out.
No.
And I know it just launched
today. The only
today.
thing sold out or low stock, not sold out, is the Bando, which is £128 because people are like, I can afford that.
Yeah, I know it's just come out, but I mean, yeah, people are really being conscientious with their expenditures.
They are. I love it, guys.
It is. It's leopard. So on my night out on Sunday, and Kim Kardashian definitely got the inspo from me. Obviously, she's clearly been working on this collection for a long time.
Of course.
She literally stole the idea from my head. But I was saying to my friend, I was like, I don't really know what I want to wear, but I think I definitely want to do like a leopard print, like top or corset situation. So not me being on the times.
Yeah.
Obviously, leopard print is in, yes, but it's very,
especially for the corset.
It's very on theme.
How much is the corset? Well,
yeah.
Doesn't matter how much it is. So, BAPE are bringing back their original shark hoodie for their 20th anniversary of the shark hoodies. So you know all the way zip up ones. So those will be going live on the 23rd of November, and they've got 4 colorways. Might be 5. But I think it's 4, the 4 original colorways. For any of those like that BAPE skater streetwear heads, that's coming back out, which is nice. That's it.
Pardon me, sorry, I just had a bit of a trapped wind in the soft. In my
not the soft. Mate, it's happening.
So quickly, just want to talk about this because what happens is obviously we record on a day that is before the podcast comes out, and then there's like this gap between those 2 days where there's news and then the episode drops and it's like, whoa, like missed it.
So annoying.
But I really just want to shout out Jacquemus and their marketing for like the advertising for the launch of their first flagship store in London. So they opened their store over the weekend that just passed in New Bond Street. And that's just about a month after they opened their first store in New York, in Soho, New York City. Jacquemus always, I think, with the marketing and everything, it's just always so great. It was funny because I saw a TikTok video where somebody said Jacquemus should actually think about being an ad agency because their adverts are always great, but I don't think of the clothes.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I wonder who they use if they do it in-house.
I think they do it in-house.
Yeah.
I think they do it in-house. So they got, everyone knows Auntie Bemi, the Nigerian auntie that stands on the street corner and films herself just as the bus is about to hit her, but no, it passes by.
It passes.
And so they got her to do an ad and she's like, Jacquemus opening their store, blah, 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 blah. That video in less than 24 hours got like 2.2 million views. It did so much better than a lot of their other content. And they had, just before they posted that video, they had a very like curated film studio piece of content that was basically saying Jacquemus are opening their store, pop in for a bit of tea, because they have this competition where you queue up, you get a tea and you drink it, and then at the bottom it will tell you whether you've won a bag or not. I think there are a few bags on offer to win, but obviously you have to queue for like a million years, right? So that's kind of like their leading piece of content to announce the launch and get people to come. And that didn't even perform half as well as this.
I
organic
want to know
content.
who found Auntie Benny though.
I want to know.
They were on UK or London TikTok.
It's like thinking what's very London.
Yeah.
Bus.
Yeah.
Red bus. It's so London. So I went on their TikTok, and for the New York one, they use this creator. I've never actually seen her before. And what she does is her tagline would be like, let's look at Tokyo until it's ugly or something, or look at places at Tokyo until it's ugly. So she'll pin drop on the maps, like Google Maps, and then she'll street view, and she'll be like, oh, okay, this looks really nice, and then she'll street drop until she sees somewhere and it's like, oh, like this is really ugly.
And that's her content.
So she did a piece of content for them where she actually dropped herself in New York and different places, and she's like, oh, okay, like what's this place? Times Square. She's in like Times Square, and she's like, oh, nice. And then she's like outside of Jacquemus, she's like, Jacquemus, okay, nice. And then kept going and like until it's ugly.
Cool.
So I was like, you know what? Yeah. Because it's using different. Cool. It's different. You're not just using the same fashion influencers to be like, oh, I'm going to. It's bought like we're just over that now, and it just shows where things are going. That people are just looking for authenticity, things that seem real. They don't really want to be sold something in a traditional way. Yeah. Like everything is becoming like QVC, like telesales.
I need Amazon to take a leaf out of Jacquemus's book and start paying my good sis. Alexard.
No, seriously, I know.
That's what Amazon need to be doing, because she's gonna sell out the Alexard.
She is a walking ad for Alexa.
Alexard.
Because Alexa be talking back.
How do you say "I look good today" in Turkish? Çok güzel görünüyorsun bugün.
How many?
Çok güzel görünüyorsun bugün, Alexard.
No, because how many Alexas would they sell if you had like a Black Friday, like Alexa is 50% off?
Yeah. Alexard, why are you cheaper on Black Friday? Alexar.
Anyway, the Alexas are so glitchy anyway.
No, they're fucking weird. They listen to everything. They're fucking freaks. Freakazoids.
Freakazoids. All right, any more top lines?
No.
Okay, let me do my top lines before we dig. Mary J Blige and Giuseppe Zanotti collabs again. So
good for her.
Ciao. The first Mary boot was rose gold, and I think it's retailing at like $1,200. Like, wow, expensive. Sold out instantly. Giuseppe's? I mean, yeah. And I remember when it dropped, people on Twitter were like, oh, like, why is it so expensive? Like, she needs to think about. It's like, no, her core audience right now are rich aunties who their children are probably out of the house.
Yeah.
And they have money.
To spend. They're not doing anything. And Mary J Blige is their time. We're not their audience. We're not their target market.
Not at all. This is not for the Fashion Nova babes, respectfully. And I remember at the time I saw a video on TikTok of like one of the aunties. She was doing like the Mary J jive in the boots, and her fridge has like a screen. And somebody commented and was like, yes, these are the rich aunties that their fridges have screens.
Yes.
Like, who the fuck
has a screen
was going to buy it? Like, this is not the everyday, round the way girl. It's not for you at all.
Sorry, so respectfully, it's not auntie down in the bodega.
Period.
Do you get?
Period.
She's not in the bodega.
So she released the patent white version, which again is very for her core. And that coincided with the release of her latest album, Gratitude, which I believe is going to be her last album.
Maybe she's doing like her last album. Releasing.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
Good for her.
And when I looked, I think, so it was released on the Friday. I looked on the Monday, and there were maybe like 4 or 5 sizes left.
Good for her.
It's like fair.
So fair.
We're heading into a recession.
Yeah.
And you're still selling
about boots over $1,000.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Yeah. So love that for sis. And Burberry said they're going back to basics.
Yes, they did.
Yes.
They was like, scrap it all. They're defo listening to this pod.
Let's go to our core.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Sorry. Me and Prinny was having a conversation about this off mic. We were talking about Burberry and how, like, what the fuck are they doing? At the tube station, was it last pod episode?
That they need to just focus on
and like, why is it so expensive? Like, just do it for a young, like, £450, £300.
Give us some
people
level.
are listening to
no,
us.
secretly.
Like, I'm not even
our
lying.
FBI agents are tapped in.
They are tapped. Like, our Alexard is all the way in. We were literally talking about this, and everything that we literally talk about, it just comes out and happens.
Sorry.
As you were.
So they're focusing, obviously, basics. When you think about Burberry, what do you think about the Burberry check?
Yeah.
The Burberry check. So they're leaning into that, especially with scarves. And they really want to push the accessories as like an entry point to get more people in.
The
so
hats,
I think
the scarves,
the hats, the scarves, all the accessories. So what they're going to start doing in stores, and this is maybe like a more longer term strategy, is having like what's the word I'm looking for?
Personalization.
No, you know how you have like maybe like scarf. You know how like in Victoria's Secrets, or you have all the panties like
Yeah.
They want to do that for like scarves.
Right.
So you have like the pool, the different colors of all of this, and then definitely focusing on outerwear. Lean into the trenches, but also I think going forward in the product mix is that they want to have jackets and outerwear for all temperatures, so it's not just, and not
a
to say
spring thing,
because the trench still is, it's like fine, but when it gets really cold, like what are we doing? So really push that. Their latest campaign is quite cute. They have they had Sloan
and his family,
and some other people that I don't really know. I don't know these people.
What the hell?
I mean, they had somebody else that did a Doctor Who. Oh,
David Tennant.
Yeah, him.
Guys, sorry. Yeah. Has anyone been watching Rivals on Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, quick plug.
Finished it. Only one season. I'm like, give it to me. Really good. Got David Tennant, Danny Dyer, Emily Atack, and some other cool people. Sorry, I don't know your names. And it's just based... Did I talk about it last week?
No, say what it's about. Yeah.
It's based in late 80s Britain. It's like all the poshos live in the Cotswold. Like literally it takes them like 45 minutes to like walk to their neighbour's yard. Like all sleeping with each other's wives. They're all doing cocaine. They're all fucking each other.
But what is it about?
Oh yeah, TV shows. Sorry, it's about TV stations, and they're all fighting for this TV station, and it's like this talk show, and they all go against each other, and they fight each other, and it's just so good, so juicy
too.
Like literally, you're like, oh, no, oh my god, and it's British.
Yeah,
it's like good British. Ha ha ha, TTT. You know what they're like, the little shady bastards.
Yeah. Okay.
So David Tennant's in the thing.
David Tennant. But yeah, you can tell there's a shift.
Oh, that's the guy in Rivals.
Oh, so the Rivals.
Yeah,
okay, so so they're tapping into the Rivals fans.
Those two are Rivals.
Got it. See?
Yeah.
Everyone's awake at Burberry.
David Tennant, Alex Hassel. Because they're all like old.
Yeah.
Old,
right?
English, old British, old money. You know, their
British.
names. Their names been passed down from their family, like inherited, and all this shit. That's them. Well
so they're
done.
really leaning into the heritage aspect of Burberry, and I love how the campaign is diverse. Right, you got Sloan that's tapping into the POC market.
Like, iconic British people. You got Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
Who? Barry Keoghan. You know, he's a bit
Is he controversial?
A bit controversial.
Why? What did he do?
Because he beat up his baby mum, left her when he got famous, and now he's with Sabrina. What's her face?
Carpenter.
Yeah.
No, what, Saltburn?
Yeah. He's not a good lad.
I didn't know. Why? So did this all come out after Saltburn?
Yeah, but it's kind of been known as well. But like he like got famous, and he was like, "See ya, bye." He's got a kid as well, and he just like fucks off the kid.
I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible, but I don't think you can deliver this nicely. He does look a bit like a wife beater.
Trigger warning. Sorry, domestic abuse.
Very. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess you can see like the anger in his eyes, right?
You know,
I think Saltburn did that.
Yeah.
Maybe he was actually really
But I'm pretty sure I've seen him in something where he played maybe like an 80s skinhead.
Or something,
chasing the trigger warning gollywogs or something.
Yeah,
like, he kind of gives that like, like wife beater
like,
archetype.
what the fuck, bitch? My fucking football team lost.
Like, where's my dinner?
Where's my fucking dinner? Where's my sausages on mash? I don't know why I did an American accent. You got Cole Palmer.
We're always going to go on a tangent.
Yeah, Cole Palmer in the Burberry ad. He plays for Chelsea. Cara Delevingne, obviously British model. Little Sims, British rapper. Eberechi, Easy. He's a footballer. Can't tell you what team though. Wow, don't know who that girl is.
They're going in.
They're going so in. I really like this, and I love. And like you said, there's a scarf.
Yeah.
I saw this, and it said Amber, and I was like, oh my god,
the red. I want it
personalised.
Check Burberry scarf.
How much are they?
Right, you do that. How much are they? Come on, can't be that bad. What, free?
Wide check cashmere scarf. How much do you think
it was a cashmere?
Yeah.
Free?
$5.50.
Okay, so when we're adding to the notes when we're in the next board meeting, I think, not everyday cashmere.
Yeah.
Maybe we have a bit just like a wool.
You can get the narrow checkered cashmere for $3.20.
No, what we need is like a woolen blend. Like not 100% wool, but
like wool
and... Do you know, maybe, I don't know, just thinking out loud for the brokies. That want to participate.
For me.
For the brokies that would like to participate but can't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I love it for them. I think the next step would be we don't need to do these really like high level production campaign pictures and then spend the next 2 days posting them back to back. It's like I look at that Instagram, I'm like, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, I get it. You want to push the scarves.
Because Jacquemus have major impact with just one video. You've posted 20 posts in the last 2 weeks.
Stop listening to these online Instagram gurus that like you need to post 10 times a day.
You know what I mean? It's like we could do one that really just like transcends the entire social paradigm. Yeah, so that's Burbs, and then maybe save that for another day. So this is just things that we say all the time. So there's a union. It's a bit of a mouth. What's it called? Mouthful. It's a bit of a mouthful. Just give me a second.
Right, take your time.
The British Entertainment, Communications and Theatre Union.
Yes.
They conducted a survey. So they surveyed about just over 500 professionals working within the UK fashion industry. So anything from stylists, designers, tailors, photographers,
costume,
hair and beauty and makeup artists. And basically the results are in. Can we get a drum roll?
Results for what?
Of the survey.
What was the survey?
What I'm going to do if you do the drum roll. Basically, the conclusion is that for UK fashion industry professionals, the working conditions are hostile and the pay is low.
Whoa, sorry, let me act shocked. Oh my god, I never would have thought.
No, our table's broken.
No way.
So
I'm so surprised.
So the kind of headline is that the kind of people working within the fashion industry are not benefiting from the economic success of the industry. Because when you think about fashion, especially like luxe high fashion, when they talk about revenue and they report revenue, we're talking billions.
Yeah.
When they say revenue is down 14%, it's down to 402 million. But yet they want people to work for free and do unpaid internships and work crazy hours for peanuts. One of the people cited that she worked 16-hour days for £100.
For £100?
£100 a 16-hour day. They said 8 out of 10 people surveyed said they feel pressured to work for free. I think 51% of them are earning less than £30,000 a year. A lot of them are saying it's affecting their personal relationships, it's affecting their mental health. They don't feel like they see themselves in the industry in the next 5 years. It's bad.
It's always been like that.
Bad.
This isn't like something new.
No.
And it's just so sad that they don't respect or give the respect to the people that they actually need, because the industry can't run without these people. Yeah. They're like the pillars of the industry. Yeah. Like, what are you going to do without the stylist? How are you going to push your product onto this celebrity or that celebrity if you don't have stylists or costume designers or whatever it is, or like, you know, the runner that's going here and there and grabbing your fucking stupid coffee order and things like that. But nothing's going to change.
No. So the BECTU, that's the acronym for the British Entertainment Communications and Theatre Union, they are encouraging like unionizing, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have a union, then they can, fight for your rights on your behalf and all of this. But what these companies are relying on to continue to succeed in this predatory practices is that, one, people are just happy to be there. People are so happy for an opportunity. And we see it, even though it's not fashion industry, but it's still creative. Like, as DJs, we know our rate and our rate is our rate. But sometimes we might even have to go a bit low because we know there's someone that's going to go lower.
Yeah.
There's always someone that's going to do it for free. There's always someone that's going to do it like at maybe 20%.
Yeah.
And happy to be there because we live in a society that is not transparent with salaries. We don't talk about salaries. We don't talk about rates. So actually, you don't know what you could get.
Yeah.
Because you have no comparison. And I think we've also met people that are like, oh my God, like I charge this. And it's
I'm like,
babe,
you need to start increasing your rates
right now.
And it goes in all aspects. Like in influence, like especially all the freelance, freelancers, this and that. And even just like in jobs, people are lowballing you compared to the market because they're relying on the fact that
you don't know.
We don't talk about salaries because people are scared. Like there's this whole like, oh God, that's private. No. We need to start talking about what we're being paid so we can be like, hang on a minute. That's unfair. Let's fucking get together and pay me what I deserve to be paid.
Americans are so good at that. They're so transparent with talking about money. It's so normal.
But everyone is like, even when I go to Turkey, like they're like, what do you do for a job? Oh, so what do you get paid? Like that's just you met me 2 seconds ago, my bro. Like you don't know me from my ass to my cooch.
No,
like
yeah, give me a minute. Like
but that's just general conversation. Like when I say this all the time, when this is my retired friend, blah blah blah. She's retired from this job. Like she does this. She earned this much, and like I earn. Like we need to start having these conversations because people are getting something up.
Preyed on.
Yeah.
And then the other aspect, which I'm sure you experience it, especially in like PR and journalism, is that there are a lot of rich kids in these roles that don't actually need the money.
Oh no.
And their bills are paid. They're fine. Yeah. They're kept.
They're having a great time.
So when they're doing it for free, that is genuinely for experience, opportunity and vibes.
Yeah.
Whereas some of us, the POCs of the world is, no, I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
And trying to create generational wealth on this minimal income. So, this is do or die for me.
Yeah. And it's also the fact that, like, you would have, like, busted your balls to even get that free opportunity, whereas they just get plonked there and then they take it for granted anyway. I see it all the time, especially, like, in my particular office. Oh, my niece wants to do this. Do you have anything? Like, we have all these little kids just coming in and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you don't even know like how great of an opportunity this is. Yeah. You're just walking into an office seeing like all these adults. You're 16 years old. You've got work experience, but it's like, look at where you are. Like, look at the office that you're in. Do you know what I mean? And
now your CV bangs.
Yeah,
from because the minute you graduate.
At 16, you were interning for whoever. Wherever my office is.
Yeah. So I mean, shocked, not shocked. But I
think everyone needs a union.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed I didn't join my Sainsbury's union when I worked at Sainsbury's at uni.
Goodbye. Just not doing this with you.
No, but we all need to take a leaf out of TFL's book. Everyone's like, oh, all you have to do is sit down and drive a train and you get paid 50k a year, 60k a year. No, you shouldn't be mad at that. Yeah. You should be mad that you're not being paid. Why?
Because wages are ridiculously low in the UK. So let's all like put our thinking caps on and think this is not okay. These companies are profiting and raising prices, and the CEOs are making millions. Yeah. And the wage has been the same for 10 years.
Stop attacking the TFL workers. You're jealous. You're jealous that, my man gets to sit on the train 30 hours a week.
They do, listen.
But they do night, you're not thinking about the night tubes.
They do long shifts. And What do you want Bob from the pub to drive the train? Yeah. Like, this is it's a skilled work.
Yeah,
that's not grammatically correct.
Someone else said, I saw a tweet. Someone else was like, "It's a skilled work."
Yeah, feel me.
There's a work that requires skill.
Got there in the end.
Like, those are all they do is sit in that glass cabinet all day and blah blah blah.
They're not sitting there eating sandwiches.
Like, someone needs to, when your Oyster card isn't working, or when you didn't tap in properly, who's gonna beep you out?
The one
in the thing at the stations.
Don't be dread to them people, yeah.
So mean.
Listen, they help you out.
They help you out.
Your queries and inquiries when you don't know where to change to go to somewhere.
When this line is delayed, everyone's queuing up to talk to them. When you feel sick on the underground, they're there. Yeah, they're there for you.
I think I'd already told my faint story when I almost fainted on the train. And...
Shut it up. You almost fainted on the train?
Yeah.
Oh no, what happened?
This was just after maybe I told the story, maybe I didn't tell it in such detail, but just after the live show, remember I was like, I feel like I have a throat infection. And I went to the doctor and they obviously were like, oh no, you're right. But one of the, when they say like, when you... Ciao. When you look up a symptom and it's like, what's the worst case scenario? Yeah. It's like the worst case scenario is that you could become sepsis.
Oh, right.
Like untreated, like throat infection can, So I think I was like heading down that way. So anyway, so I was on my way in and I was reading my book and all of a sudden it's like the word just got really blurry. And I was standing up and I was like, whoa. Whoa. And I've never fainted before. Yeah. Right? So I was like... No, it's embarrassing still. Like, come on, G. Still got a G card. So I just whispered to this guy, like, I think I'm going to faint. Because, like, what the fuck do I look like reading a book and then falling on the floor? Like, someone needs to know what's happening. So he, like, held me. And then the train, he didn't really hold me, but a little bit. And then his train stopped and he helped me off, like, got off and then sat down. And I think someone brought me water. And they did, like, walkie-talkie, like, from this station to this station. So where did I get off? I must have got off at like Baker Street or something silly. And then they helped me get to the hospital at Euston.
UCL.
Yeah, UCL. So they did like to you walkie-talkie like
UCH,
I'm gonna be in this
first
carriage. So you see here at Euston Square, blah, blah. Come and pick her up and then walk me to the hospital. And I was like, these are the people you're looking down on. Because when you're about to faint, yeah, you're fighting for your life and you're pretty away from Silent City Diaries and don't want anyone to see you fainting on the freaking Jubilee line and that.
Yeah.
They're helping you out.
When one time I almost threw up on the tube, I just got very nauseous.
Oh no.
Nausea.
Nausea. Yeah, that sounds kind of sexy though.
I got nausea.
Maybe that's like a child's name.
Yeah, nausea. No, they'll get so bullied. I got nausea and basically, and I don't even know where from. I don't know where. I think I was coming from Taekwondo or something as well. And I was at Angel and I was like, whoa. Like the saliva was coming in my mouth like out of nowhere. And then, when you get all shaky and light and like everything just starts going like, oh my God, I feel so lightheaded. Like, what the fuck? And then, so if you didn't know, Angel Tube Station has the longest escalator in London.
Oh, is it official?
Official.
I mean, it's bloody long.
And when you really think about how deep down you have to go in Angel to get to the underground, and you really think about how far away you are from society, it's really scary when you put it into perspective.
Because you walk upstairs first. Yeah. And then you get to the...
So you have one escalator.
It's two, yeah.
And then you have the big
long
fuck-off one. So I had to do all of that. Oh, no. I've got my head on my arm like this.
Because that's not even your stop.
No.
You just need fresh air.
I need to get out or get off the tube. I was going home to Archway. And then... I don't live in Archway. And then...
Not the GDPR. It's a breach.
And then I was like, hi, I feel really sick. And they put me into the office.
Oh.
They gave me water and this and that. And then they took me to the toilet. They do have toilets in these stations. Took me to the toilet and I just sat there and I was like, I feel fine now. And I went home. But they were so lovely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all part of it. I'm sure they're first aid trained and all of these things.
Yeah, of course.
Come on.
And sorry, another thing. And then we're going to get back into it. And another thing. Trigger warning, death. The people that commit suicide. Do you know how many tube drivers get PTSD and they have to come off work and they can't work again for the rest of their lives because like People are going through hard times and killing themselves in front of the tubes, trains and stuff. That is, imagine having that fear of someone could kill themselves today, or the fear of bombs going off, or this and that. You know, it's very listen.
It's a lot. Or something can go wrong.
Yeah.
You can go on the wrong track.
In Greece the other day, or somewhere. Or in the UK, maybe in Scotland or somewhere. 2 trains collided.
I'm not laughing. Don't know why I laughed.
I was like, funny. Whoa, like how does that even happen? That's so crazy. Do you know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Get your union
Basically,
up.
Yeah, that's the moral of society, is get yourself in a union. And if you don't get yourself in a union, you know, speak to people, speak to your colleagues. I know it is uncomfortable, but you know, you need to be aware. What is the going rate? What is the tea? If you're not building your network, mentors, and you know, come on, let's all work together to work together. And don't do things for free. Sorry, my final point. In the creative scene, the more people do things for free or do things for cheap, the more this is going to continue, because they know that somebody will do it for free. So if you start drawing the line, someone else might take inspiration, they start drawing the line, and then things will get better, because the disparity in money flowing in the creative scene in the UK compared to the US makes me sick. Okay? You're watching your favorite US influencers and they're like, I just bought this mansion, I just bought this, and you still kind of have your 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And you're pretending you don't, to create a lifestyle that you're an influencer, when actually you're not getting any paid opportunities because everyone's doing things for free.
Yeah. Stop it.
Right. Let's get into it.
All right.
I mean, we're running out of time, so we can do highlights.
Yeah, we'll do highlights.
We'll do highlights.
Oh no, go on, you start.
Okay. So Business of Fashion and McKinsey collaborate annually, and they release what would you call it?
A fashion
publication. They release something. It's a state of fashion. So they've released a state of fashion for 2025, where they do a lot of research and they predict what they think will be the state of fashion for the year ahead, essentially. So we're just going to talk about like the high level pieces
of things that they are predicting,
things that are on the front of mind,
that they are forecasting.
Big words.
2020. The disparity. Right, so they are saying that they're forecasting that the retailers are going to start improving retail experience. So in-store experiences. They're seeing that more people are shopping in store. So to keep them back in the stores, they are now going to have to think of ways to keep them there, essentially, and just make that consumer and customer experience that little bit better.
Yeah.
I can't read my handwriting. It's either says luxury
slowdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suffered. No. So, yeah. So basically, sorry, the high street stores are doing well, but luxury stores are suffering when it comes to keeping people in store and that whole in-store experience. Whereas the high street have a bit more of a chance of building that the percentage of people that shop in store.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like, this is not in their text, this is in my head. I guess with like post-pandemic and stuff, like everyone is just fatigued with the online, and we just want to actually go in, maybe touch the materials, especially where now we are heading into like a terrible, and I keep saying heading because we feel like things are bad, but I don't think we've really hit the peak of this recession. You know, maybe it's not cutting it to just shop online, and you want to actually go in and check, is it okay? But then also give me another reason to go to the store. Like, what's happening? Yeah. Is there a pop-up? Is there an activation? Is there something? So we're definitely going to see more of that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Selfridges do a great job of that.
Yeah.
Of like all the in-store attractions and things. So it's like, I'll go for that, and then I'll end up wandering around and find something juicy. You know, but leading on to that, in terms of like the online fatigue, they are predicting more like AI tools in fashion, especially now. I'm sure we all are all kind of experience that when you're looking for something and it's like, oh God, like I have to go to this website, this website, this website, this website. So there's this lady, her name is Julie Bornstein, and she's launching and I don't know if it's going to be an app, but it's like an online solution called Daydream, and essentially it's going to be ChatGPT for fashion.
Find me.
And you could, find me a da-da-da-da-da, and it will pull all the options from the internet.
And then I guess you can do price ranges and stuff and sustainable. But I want to next day delivery too.
Because it's a fatigue.
Independent, high street, like
it's a fatigue.
Yeah, it's so honestly, hard.
There's so many brands, and it's just a lot. Like even when I was talking about the leopard print corset thing, it's like I have to go here, and then I'm like going on Vinted, and I'm like, just somebody just pull it all together so I can
a winter coat.
Yeah,
it's been so difficult.
I'm looking at
Super Dry. I'm looking at Marx's, and now I've remembered Gap. I'm like, shit, I could have looked at Gap.
And you have to it's like all the ones you forget, or might maybe pull you into brands that you don't know as well that are maybe like in your price range. So that's due to launch, I believe early next year. I'm actually so upset. I actually DM'd her. She didn't reply to my DM. I was like, wow, like I heard about this thing and I love it. Like,
do you want to talk about it in real life?
Tell me more.
IRL?
Trying to build my network. Got ahead, but yeah.
So sustainability is becoming, or being a sustainable brand is becoming too expensive. We all know that it is very expensive to be a sustainable brand. And it's not really at the forefront of retailers' minds. They've got so many other things. So that's kind of falling through the net, and it's going to kind of continue falling through the net. So you really need to make your own sustainable decisions and stop relying on sustainable brands, because they're also, we discussed this a few episodes ago, they're dying out because they can't afford, because people aren't buying their shit, basically. So it's sad. But there are ways around this. There are the Vinted, there is the Depop, clothes swap with your friends every quarter, whatever it is, and things like that. Look for something online, then try and find it in the charity shops and stuff. You can still be sustainable yourself. I think we need to stop relying on brands being sustainable for us, because that's just not going to be the case.
No.
Not saying all sustainable brands are dying, but you've got to be aware of the greenwashing and stuff as well.
I was literally going to say that word. Yeah, it's a lot of greenwashing. So you can't just see something and it's like sustainable and take it for face value, because at the same time, a lot of these companies are just trying to hit their objective and be like, oh, we have a goal by 2050, our carbon footprint is going to It's like, well,
I think we need another greenwashing episode, like a recap now that we have so many more beautiful, lovely listeners, and that may not have listened from that.
And there's more about sustainability out there. So I feel like things of, when we did the first series,
it was in 2020.
It was 2020. I feel like that was still like early on in the wave of sustainability was becoming a buzzword.
Yeah.
And then it was like, this is the dark side of it, where actually everything you thought was sustainable maybe isn't.
Yes.
So we've gone through that awakening and people know more. And it would be interesting to talk about it from the perspective of, yes, we know all of this, but why do people still not care?
Yeah. Yes.
Like the whys, right?
Yeah.
And because I think it does play to that.
We learned so much during that mini series that we did. If you do want to listen to that,
listen back.
It's called Greenwashing something,
and it's around like episode like 33.
It's quite early on.
God,
we were little baby girls. It's a 3-part series.
We were so woke, bless us.
We're so ahead of our time.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like, so ahead of our time.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I guess the final like key point that we'll pull out, there are so many points, and if you want to read it in detail, if you don't have a business to fashion subscription, you can actually get it free on McKinsey. You just have to give them your email and then you can download it for free. But basically, brands are kind of diversifying the generations they appeal to. I feel like in the last, I would say 5 to 10 years, a lot of brands have always been going for the young ones. So it's always like millennials. And then now you have like Gen Z. And it's like, yeah, fair enough. But especially if you're a brand that's price point is quite expensive, do Gen Zs have the purchasing power to actually buy? Probably not. So now we're going to see a resurgence in looking at the silver generation, which is like Gen X, boomers, just the older mammies and pappies.
They got the money.
Which we are seeing. I don't know if anyone else is paying attention, but I'm seeing a lot of, grey ladies and men in adverts. Online and on TVs.
Yeah, especially in the beauty industry too.
You're seeing more of that because
they're the people that have the money, and also those you have to grow with your old target audience. Like, you can't just you're old now, back to because there's different times.
And I feel like that's what a lot of companies have done, and they're seen as like the overlooked generation.
Yeah,
but actually, when you look from a financial economic perspective, it makes sense to cater for them, because we see it all the time. Like, our mums they're always gagging to buy things. They're always scrolling, but they just don't know. They're just not maybe as savvy as we are.
Plus, I send my mum like I hate saying middle-aged, but like middle-aged influencers and stuff. And I'm like, Mum, like, follow this person because
you get some inspo.
Because they don't. Times has changed. Like, when you're 50, you're not dressing like a granny. No. You know, she bought a leopard skirt the other day.
Oh, love that. You know, I was saying to someone the other day that the middle-aged fashion influencers give me so much life. I am so excited. I'm not in a rush to like rush time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to be 50 and fabulous.
And it's like, not saying like it's modest or like demure, but it's like, it's age appropriate without dimming your light or like getting rid of your personality. You can still have a bit of chest out, have a bit of leg, but you know, you're not in a mini skirt like your 15-year-old daughter either.
Yeah, period. Yeah.
There's still that differentiation.
Age appropriate spunky fashion.
Yeah. I just want to say, if you are interested in listening to our sustainability mini-sodes, it starts from episode 36, Are You Sustainable, Hun? 37, Pollution but Make It Fashion, and then 38 with our gorgeous girly Thrift Queen Lola, we have Conscious Queens. And I do also want to say that we were again ahead of our time, because in episode 30 we had an episode called Don't Be Cheap, Invest in Luxury. What the fuck did we know then?
We are amazing. I love us.
Wow.
So those are kind of like the highlights for a state of fashion. Are we shocked? No, because these are things we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Period.
Girlies.
Boysies.
It's been so great.
It really has.
So fun.
Had a time.
Back in business. Have a great week.
Boom.
Toodles.
Love ya.
Bye.
But if you love us more, we're going over to record our extra exclusive content on Patreon. If you want to sign up, it's £3 a month, and you get an extra episode every week on a Monday
with visuals.
Yeah, or if you don't like visuals, you can listen to it. Your choice. You get both.
It might be coming closer to you than Patreon as well.
Oh yeah, watch the space.
Yeah, to a screen near you.
Screen near you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.